Okie dokie. So, as you all know, we have learned and mastered 2D shapes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Area and perimeter.
Yep.
Which, I forgot, I have to give you guys back your quiz. I'll do that after. Huh? No? The quiz from last week?
And what about the paper?
No, I said I had to give it back.
Oh.
Thanks, Danny, for that. So I'll give that to you after the lecture. So last week we went over 2D shapes. Today we're doing, of course, 3D shapes. Last week I said in 2D shape world you have to deal with area and perimeter. What did I say you have to deal with in the 3D world?
Surface area and volume.
Yes. So that's good. That is really, really good. So it's quite simple, really. In 2D world, we were looking at this one side, rectangle, right? All there is area and perimeter. It almost fell on me. That would have been bad. So that's all we saw in the 2D world. 3D world, we are seeing it 3D-ish. We're seeing each side, right? There is no longer just one area. What there are is this area. Everyone should be looking up here. This area, this area, this area, this area, this area of each side, right? That, my friend, yep, this, everywhere. That, my friends, is surface area, right? We are no longer just looking at, again, the area just of one side. We are now looking at the space, how much it holds. That, my friends, is volume. Make sense? That's 3D. That's 3D for you. Volume and surface area. You guys have some formula sheets, which again gives you the cheat sheet, gives you the templates needed to know how to find the, this is the surface area and volume of a cylinder, pyramid, cone. This is all that you need. This is the surface area section. This is the volume section. You see that? Do you see that? So it's quite simple. When they give you a shape, you go find the shape, and then if they ask what the surface area is, you use the surface area formula. Are you ready to do some examples? It's the same technique we use for the 2D shapes, so now we're just dealing with 3D. Very quick though, what did I say last time? The hardest part of geometry is knowing what shape is in front of you, right? So tell me, you guys, what type of shape is this one right there? Tell me what shape is that, not you. Thank you. Tell me what shape is this. Tell me what shape is this. What's that? It's a sphere.
What's that?
What's this? Yeah, you should do that. Everyone should have their formula sheets out. What shape is this? What shape is this?
Whatever it is.
Hey, you said it.
Really?
It's the right prism.
Oh. You got it.
And then the easy one, the rectangular prism, which could be, yeah, rectangular prism.
You want this paper?
So, my friends, So, my friends, I'm going to draw a picture for y'all. What do I have there? Came out kind of ugly, but also kind of good at the same time. What do I got? Yeah, it's like a little cardboard box with this flap open, right? Okay. So, they give you this. They give you 4, 5, 3. And the question is, what is the volume of the box in cubic feet? Don't worry about the units ever. The question is, what is the volume of this box? All right. How do we find the volume of a box?
Go to right triangle. No, go to rectangle.
This is along the lines of a rectangular prism, right? This one right there? That's the hardest part, is knowing what shape is in front of you and then picking the right formula. That's the hardest part, I promise you. But once you get the practice of knowing what shape is in front of you, you got it. So, tell me first, what's the formula? You tell me. What? Oh. Okay.
That's a right prism. Let's follow. Rectangular.
Rectangular, yeah.
Rectangular is this one. L W H.
Hello, rectangular.
Oh, you guys got two different ones, don't you? What does yours say?
L W H. This is the old one that you gave me.
No, they're both the same. So this is actually good that this is our first example.
So yours is easier.
So yours says base, and yours says length times width times height, right? So base is a very, 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 very important thing, and I'm glad this was the very first example that we're doing. I'm really happy about this. So base, guess what it is? If we look at a 3D model of a box, of a rectangular prism, the base is pretty much, if you really want to think about it, the area of the bottom part. Do you guys see that? It's all of this. Tell me, how do we find the area of a rectangle? Length times width, right? This times this. So when they say base, B, it's no different from saying length times width for the rectangular prism part, right? The cone and pyramid the cone has a different thing. So does the cylinder. But yeah. So, what is the base of that box? Tell me. The box out on the screen. The base. The base. Remember, the base is the area of the bottom part, aka the length times the width. You could use either formula, right? You could remember that one or you could remember this one. Either way, you're going to get the correct one. What's 4 times 5? 20 is my base. What's my height? So this is one way you could do it, or you could use this formula. What's my length? What's my width? What's my height? I promise you it's all the same thing. Tell me, what's 20 times 3? Tell me, what's 4 times 5 times 3? Same thing.
So either way, it'll be same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But base is an important word. It's a very important word. It means the area of the bottom part.
So now base is a rear, right?
Huh?
So now base in 3D it will be a rear.
Base in what?
A rear.
A rear?
It'll be a rectangle?
A rear.
A sphere?
Like a rear.
Area.
Yeah. Of the bottom only, though.
Yeah.
Only of the bottom.
Yeah.
Only of the bottom side. So if we look at another, if we look at a, if we look at another problem, such as where is it at? There is none. There is none. Oh, this is a good one. Actually, no. Well, no. The only other one you have to worry about is the one that says base. The only one you guys have to worry about, other one, is the pyramid. The base. What's the base of the pyramid? What's the base of the pyramid? What is it? It's the area of the bottom part. So what's 5 times 6?
30.
That's your base,
Yeah.
right? So don't ever let base confuse you. Okay. So an important one is this. Again, standard in geometry. Did I tell you guys about the GED summit that I went to in Oregon?
Told me.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And what the test people said from the GED company?
Yeah.
Yeah? You guys didn't hear it though? Dang, such a good story. It's such a good story that it'd be worth the whole people seeing it, but I guess I'll just tell it to the viewers at home, my millions of viewers. Yes, so last year I was selected by Renton Technical College to be sent down to Oregon, right? To a GED summit. A 3-day GED summit. Pretty much down in Oregon, they don't have High School 21, they don't have ABE classes, they don't have anything. It's full-fledged GED, right? There's no other ways around. Either you get your high school diploma in the high school or you go get your GED, right? So GED is big down there and they have a summit every year. So they sent me to the GED summit knowing that I was going to change the lives of many students at Renton Technical College by helping them get their GEDs, right? So what they said down there, or what they had down there, was workshops. Pretty much the GED company was there, GED.com. They were down there and they held workshops. If you want to learn more about the language arts exam, you went to the language arts workshop. You wanted to learn more about the math exam, you went to the math workshop. This and that, right? So I went to the I went to all of them, but the math workshop, the person that actually is in a committee thing to create questions for the actual GED exam told us this. She says, we will never ask for the area or volume or everything of a shape, right? What we do is give you the volume, give you the area, give you the circumference. We give you that. And what we do is with that area, with that volume, with that surface area, what they do is they give you one of the other sides as a missing side and ask you to find the missing side. All right? Now, we've already done this. But it was very eye-opening to me that the GED wasn't really about learning math problems. It was more about like critical thinking. When you were put in front of this test, are you able to decide on what to do? They assume you know the math, right? But are you able to right then and there on the spot know how to problem solve, right? Which is standard in most tests. But this one was a little different. It was more of like borderline trickery in the way they were explaining other problems as well. It was like, man, the kid knows the math, right? Probably a lot more math than what they teach in high school, in some high school classes. So I left a little eye-opening. It was eye-opening to me. But I tell that to my students. I tell them, be prepared in some questions. And for those of you here, be prepared for the Neal exam to have the same thing, in which they give you the volume. Volume equals 60. They give you two sides, and they want to know the missing side. What is the height of this box? What is the height? Well, how do you solve that? Simple. You put in everything that you know into your formula. And you just find it via equations, right? So, let's use this one right there. What I'm going to do is put in 60 for my volume. What's my length? What's my width? And what's my height? Guess what? I don't know. So guess what problem we have here? Jesus, David. This is directed towards you. GED, you're the only GED student here, I think, right? No one else is taking the GED?
No.
You're taking the GED?
I am.
Okay. Huh? You? You're taking the GED? I thought you were part of the ABE program.
I'm taking
Okay.
the GED.
We got 1, 2, 3 GEDs then. Perfect.
I'm listening, so you don't listen.
So what do I do?
4 times 5.
Good. 4 times 5, right? Remember equations? Is there anything to simplify there?
Nope.
Is there anything to simplify here?
Yep.
What do I do?
4 times 5.
What's 4 times 5?
20.
What do I do now?
Then you
You divide both sides by 20.
yeah.
What's 60 divided by 20? 3 equals my h. Is that what we had before?
Yeah.
That's how you find missing sides. And the question, the GED questions, they always give you the volume. They always give you the area. It's your job to find the missing side, though.
It's the same thing that we did before. With the 2 sides and all that.
So, now we move on to surface area. This was volume. Abraham, do you have a formula sheet?
No.
I got to print that out for you. Surface area is literally no different, but I do have to show you examples of how to solve surface area. If not, you guys are walking in blind. Oh, there you go. So, Shoo. What shape is this, you guys? And I'm going to make it even better. Okay. So, we are going to be looking for the surface area of this cone. Can somebody please tell me, what is the surface area formula of cones? That's always step number one. Find your shape, find the formula. Okay? So tell me, you guys, what is the formula to find cones? The surface area of a cone. I know it starts like this. You guys can finish it off for me.
Pi r. Yeah, pi r s plus pi r squared.
Okay. This is a cheat sheet. This is a formula for us. It does all the. It's already has its mechanics in place. All we got to do is input the numbers, and we're good, right? So let's do it. To find the surface area of this cone, I must fill in everything. So tell me, what's the first thing that we see? Pi? What's pi? It's a beautiful number. Did I explain why? I explained why, right? Let me explain it again. I'm just joking. So, huh? What? Oh. Yeah. And no. So, tell me, what's the next thing in R? What's my R in this specific situation? R is a radius, right? A radius of a circle. The cone and the cylinder are the only 3D shapes that have circles involved in them, and the sphere does. But if you really notice, the cylinder and the cone and the sphere, those have pi's involved. Those have circles involved, which means they involve radius and diameter and circumference. So what's my R? We said 2. What's my S? Do we even know what S stands for? In this specific case, the S for cones stands for slant height. Slant height, all right? So, which one is it? Is it the 9 or the 11?
11.
Exactly, all right? Don't ever get it confused for the height. It's the slant height. So what's my slant height?
11.
Plus 3.14 again, which is my pi, plus r squared, which is 2. Boom! You did it! Now all you got to do is solve. Straight mathematics. What's 3.14 times 2 times 11? I don't know. Take out a calculator. Yeah. So, 3.14 times 2 times 11, we got 69.08. Plus, what's 3.14 times 2 squared?
5, 6. Okay, whatever.
Now all we have to do to find our surface area is Add those up. What's 69.08 plus 12.56? 81 point what?
64.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all, you guys. That is everything you need to know. These formula sheets help you to find the surface area and the volume of 3D shapes. Very quick. Nah, let's just dive right into our worksheet. How about that? Actually, no. How about we do it? How about we found the surface area, right?
Yeah.
Let's find the volume of this cone. This exact same cone. Find me the volume.
Wow. 1/3.
What's the formula to find the volume of a cone?
1/3 pi r squared. No, yeah. And h.
All right, fill in what we know.
What's the h? Right again.
H is height. Does it look like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
so
looks like a z almost. Oh well.
what? I already know 1/3 is a 1/3. What's my pi?
3.14.
14.
What's my R?
2.
Square.
What's my H?
9.
9.
All you have to do is do it. Do it, do it, do it.
I don't have the fraction one though.
I mean, like, do you do 1/3 of 3.14, or do you do it all and then? I know
What?
you do 2 squared first.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I
It
mean,
doesn't matter.
after that, does it matter?
Yeah, it doesn't
No.
matter.
Now,
Cool.
so you do, Danny, look at, what you do is 2 squared first.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I
Alright.
never knew that.
That becomes what?
4.
4.
Then
You do what?
you do 1 over 3
2.
times 3.14 times 4
See, you do.
times 9.
That's law.
Or if you wanted to, you could do 9 times 1/3 times 4 times 3.14. Guess what? Same, same
That's still long.
answer. What do I get as my final answer?
I don't know.
30 what?
3768.
That's the volume. That's the space that this cone holds.
The volume is like the whole thing, or right?
It's the space that the shape holds.
Inside.
Inside.
Yeah.
So if you,
The surface is like outside, right?
surface area is the outside. So again, real world word problems right here. All right. In this specific situation, how does a word problem look like? Easily. You have a tent. No, your buddy is staying in a tent because you guys are out camping, right? And you want to play a prank on them by filling up their tent with the little things that new package TVs come in.
Oh,
What do you call them?
soft one.
Styrofoam, little styrofoam bits, right? You want to fill his whole tent with it so that when he comes back from swimming in the lake, he walks in his tent and it's just filled to the top with styrofoam, right? But you need to know how much styrofoam to buy, right? You need the space inside this tent. That's a tent, right?
That's a T.
TP, there it is. Cones are TPs. All right, so you want to know how much styrofoam they need for this to fill in the TP. That's when you use volume, right? If you wanted in a different campsite, different people here, they're more lovable people. If they want to design their buddy's teepee with some nice little banners on the outside, they want to do this and that, you're looking for the surface area around it. How much you need to cover the outside to make it look beautiful, right? You see, so they throw word problems at you. Oh, Johnny is trying to do this and that with his teepee, and he's trying to fill it in with this and that, whatever it's your job to know inside and outside, which is volume and surface area. Got it?
Yes.
Are we ready to do our worksheet? Let's do this.